Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this amazing interview. Today, we have Deepa Agarwal, founder of SAGA Academy, and she is one of the first Avenger transformers to achieve a lakh rupees in her coaching business, in her training business. So, Deepa, ma'am, thank you so much for joining. How do you feel today?
I will overwhelm Shobit to have got into this journey with you because I never imagined that I'll get a mentor like you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words. So, ma'am, before we start anything, in just few words, why don't you tell everyone about you, what you do, and what are you doing currently?
Yeah, definitely. So I have worked as an advocate in an MNC for 9 years, after which I took a break in my career, thinking that I want to spend more time with my kids. And my son, who is 10-year-old, for him, actually, I took a break. And as I was more into my child's education, I have a daughter who is 16-year-old, JE aspirant. So for these two kids, when I actually went very closer to their education, I understood that there are many areas and pitfalls where children are suffering. And I thought that there is a lot of help a parent or a teacher can provide if the teacher is actually connected. If the Because I was a mother, I could actually see their pain, and that's when I started observing other children also, and I realized that all children are having a pattern
Hmm.
in, like, they are not able to make the broken links when if they are missing the classes due to functions, due to vacations, due to illness. All these broken chains are ultimately leading for their um, overall degrade in their conceptual understanding. And that's when I thought that I should start something which helps the children to go ahead with these brokenness, form a path where the foundation is laid so well. It doesn't matter if the child even doesn't read for 2 years, 3 years.
Hmm.
If the language and the math is built in such a way, such a foundational way, the child can easily get through the basic grades easily, and the
Hmm.
child can actually excel and
Okay.
go to even Olympiads.
Okay, so basically you're working with young children and giving them futuristic skills. Okay.
Correct,
So,
correct.
how did, of course, you have given me a background. How did Saga Academy conceptualized in your mind? What do you mean by Saga Academy, and why Saga Academy, and how did that conceptualized? Can you tell us about?
Correct. Actually, the Saga Academy, I named it like 8 years before,
Okay.
but I started teaching children when I was 15-year-old.
Hmm.
Today it is 30-year-old journey, or almost 28 years since I have been into this. Earlier I was doing it only because of my passion to be around children, make them think a little different than what generally they are taught. So I used to teach all the children who were around my surroundings just for free. I just wanted that, what do you say, togetherness in that neighborhood. And that's how I started. And I used to do only summer camps. But
Okay.
later on, from now, when I left my professional journey and I thought that I want to give more time to my kids, that's naturally it came to me that I have to go back to that
Hmm.
thinking, and I made it full time profession. And that's how the Saga Academy emerged.
Okay. So, what exactly, in short, if you can tell what exactly Saga Academy does? So, for everyone who's listening, what
Yeah,
exactly?
yeah. So we make the foundation very, very strong for the kids right from the age 5, even till the age 15 years. Whatever are the broken links, we identify them, we diagnose the difficulties that the child is facing, may that be in math, may that be in English. These are the two foundational skills that we are teaching. Other than that, we are also teaching languages like Hindi and Telugu also, because if you want to focus on maths, physics, and chemistry, then your Telugu, Hindi, and English should be taken care of. Otherwise, that's going to definitely draw your attention. And as your language is very good, the learning of subject becomes very easy.
Yeah.
So that's how we have realized and we have started that. Other than that, the one skill that I thought every child should know is project making. For project making, they should know creativity and confidence. So that's how we started the art classes also.
Okay, great, ma'am. I think you are doing a great job. And one of the, like, I've worked in corporates, I've worked with colleges, schools. Currently, also, I'm working with a lot of schools on train teachers training and everything. I think the foundational problem is students after 18, 20 years, they wake up. Okay,
Correct.
we have to develop our skills. Even teachers are like, when I go to colleges, teachers have a problem that, okay, students are not ready for the industry. They're not able, because the soft skill, all the technical things that you mentioned, on the grassroots level at the early age, students are not developing that. So this is
Correct.
just a gap in our education system, I think. So I think Saga Academy is filling that gap. So
That's exactly true, Shobit. So children, generally parents come to us saying that my child was brilliant till the age he was in first grade and second grade. Suddenly, by the time the child came to fifth grade and sixth grade, the child is showing a downfall. Why? Because they were not given the nurturing when that was required.
Yes, yes, correct, ma'am. So let's dive into a little bit of business side now. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I know this industry making money is not difficult, not easy. It's very difficult. So
Hmm.
before you joined Transformers, or before you joined my community, ma'am, what was your work like? What kind of work you were doing? Because I know that you were doing endless classes. You were doing there was no system. But give me a brief of okay, how was your work before you met me actually?
I would say that was more unstructured. That was not so much automated. That was not so much planned. That was not so productive.
Hmm.
Lot of effort from my side was going, and I was doing everything.
Hmm.
I was the Tom, Dick, and Harry of my business. But now I know where my time is required. What are unimportant things that I can avoid? What are the things that I can delegate? How I can focus on or how I can plan my days even 365 days before something is going to happen. I have a 1 year plan laid out in my
Hmm.
the sheets that you have given me. You have given me a lot of business clarity,
Hmm.
like how I have to project it to the people. That was also not very clear. Even if I when I went used to meet anybody, I started to say that I teach English and maths.
Yeah.
So now I'm telling that I'm building the foundational skills in the children to learn to make up that learning gap. So there is a lot of transformation in me as a person and in my business also.
Yeah. So, ma'am, I wanted to go back to the day that you decided to join Transformers Hub. I remember that was a conversation we had, and you paid me 10,000 that day. I still
Yeah.
remember. I wanted to know what was your mindset that day. That why did you make that decision? I wanted to know your, mindset that day.
Yeah, so you were introduced to me by one of my friends who is an art teacher.
Yeah.
She was working in collaboration with Saga Academy. So she just told that I have a meeting. I said, okay, I also want to hop in and see because I was searching very desperately for somebody who can actually guide me. And I went through many mentors, even in the toppest one in the industry, I have enrolled with him. So at that point, when I met you, I just felt that I needed that personal hand holding in
Hmm.
certain situations where I need to tell you, these are my issues. I want a solution that is fitting into my budget, that
Hmm.
is fitting as per my industry, that is fitting as per my skill set. So
Hmm.
that was not available. Even if I had to pay 3 lakh, 5 lakh, I was okay. But
Hmm.
you just charged me 50,000 or 60,000, I think, for the next steps.
Yeah.
But I was amazed that how can something I imagined and I was waiting for, and that's why I became your first Avenger. Because when the opportunity knocked my door, I was just like,
Yeah. So first you joined Transformers Hub. We had few months of journey then. Then you joined Avengers Hub. So, ma'am, once you started this journey with me, okay, what were the early changes that you noticed in your business in the first month, second month? That okay, now that you are transforming yourself with the one to ones that we had, what were
yeah.
the changes you were able to notice in the business? Like I remember you told me the parents' engagement has increased a lot. Earlier, parents were not engaged. Now the focus. So, like these, what are those basic changes you've noticed in Saga Academy?
I would say is earlier we were just treated like an academy where children grow in their language and their conceptual skills become clear. But
Yeah.
now we are looked upon like a,
Mm.
a place where you can go for holistic development of the child.
Mm.
We are talking about emotional intelligence. We are also helping them with getting free from their addictions. So
Mm.
these all thoughts were all related to the children. Ultimately, parents were searching for that. So I got that kind of what do you say, a helicopter view from your training. I
Mm.
didn't have that earlier.
Earlier, only you were focusing on subjects. Then
Language and maths. That's all.
session where I told you very specifically that talk about the results of the kids and futuristic and correlate everything to that actually. So I think that assumption helped you, I guess. Yeah.
It helped me a lot, not only for the parental existing parents also. You started to look me at a higher authority. People started to believe what I'm saying little more because the engagement was more.
Yeah.
Because the way that you thought about my business, I didn't even think about my business myself like that.
So, ma'am, there are a lot of people who are joining Transformers Avengers now, and they are on this journey. Okay. So, and they get, sometimes I get, okay, after one webinar, two webinar, after doing some sessions, I'm not getting results, Shobit. This is not for me. I remember you have done this countless times. There were months that you were grinding yourself, you were taking a lot of sessions. We had so many, Shobit, this is not working, but you didn't give up. You were continuously taking different kind of sessions for parents. So how was that back end, behind the scenes journey for you when you were taking the sessions, when you were learning the technical skills? How was that journey for you?
Actually, truly, I felt that Shobit is dumping me with work. And I was sometimes thinking that I should not go come to your meetings also because of that overload of work. My existing work was already there, and then extra work given from you that was very, very meaningful for me. But then it was daunting also at times. I think people are going through the same phase,
Hmm.
but I can definitely say whatever you're telling is the least and the shortest method to get to your goals.
Hmm.
There's no other way that we can go organically into the market.
Yeah. So, ma'am, when you were taking those webinars, free webinars for parents, one-to-ones, and you see that, okay, now after a while, people are starting paying you. People are starting, okay, fine, now we'll enroll with you. Now, when that money started coming in your enrollments in your business, how was the feeling that time after all the grinding, all the hard work that you did?
I in the initial stages there were very less people, but then I continued just because of the trust I had on you.
Yeah.
And then later on, when people turned up, I just felt, oh, ऐसा भी होता है. Because generally, before you, it was all known market only.
Yeah.
People coming through referrals. But
Hmm.
now that's the first taste when I had after your mentorship that I saw how we can pull people from market also.
Yeah. Ma'am, there was one day I remember. If you don't want to get into too much of personal things, you don't have to. So we had this after you joined Avenger, we had a first session, and I we did the character worksheet assignment that get into the past and get into the present, and there were a lot of a lot of introspection happened that day in your and you were getting emotional also that day. So there are a lot of the reason I'm asking this question is because a lot of people don't want to go through that process. They
Correct.
just give me tactics, just give me strategies, that just tell me how I can sell, how I can make profits, what to speak in webinar. They don't want to work on that mindset, their own, what we did those exercises. What do you have to say to those people who want to skip these exercises basically?
Yeah. So तेरे पास क्या है मेरे पास माँ. Why?
Hmm.
Because that is the biggest bonding that we have emotionally.
Yeah.
Until your mentor is connected to you, until your mentor knows you,
Hmm.
how will the mentor guide you in the right way? ऐसे तो नहीं है कि सभी को एक ही size का t-shirt आ जाएगा. It's not possible. So these strategies will not work even if it is given sheet by sheet. As many we can download from Google. Why do we need a mentor at all? So I think that is definitely required. Of course, you can hide some things which are truly personal to you that you don't want to reveal to every anybody. But majorly, at least 80 to 90% your mentor should know you. Only then that mentor will be able to support you.
Awesome, ma'am. Awesome. Thank you for that message because a lot of people are skipping that. Okay, that's what I see in new people who are joining.
That will not work. That will not work unless we are emotionally connected. Even to my parents, I am emotionally connected. I know why they are suffering, what the child exactly requires, why the child will behave in certain manner.
Hmm.
Unless there is emotional bonding, there is nothing in the true
Hmm.
sense actually.
Yes, correct. So, ma'am, when you made that first 1 lakh through all these webinars, through all these coaching, apart from all the business that you were doing, how was the feeling? Okay, fine. Because I remember
Actually,
so what was that feeling? Yes.
one thing was very catchy for me that one parent who came to my academy and left, she did not like the facilities or maybe the atmosphere. I don't know what was the reason. But then, because of the webinar topic, she came into the group and
Okay.
then she started observing. She's still, today, she's into my connection. And
Okay.
that was an amazing fact for me. Somebody who already left saying that I don't want Saga Academy
Yeah.
came back with double the trust
Hmm.
because of the webinars, because she
Hmm.
has been seeing what I'm saying, what are my intentions, why am I there in the marketplace, so that can go into the market only because of that.
Yeah. So I think the feeling of getting customers back is an amazing feeling, right?
Yeah, it is amazing and it makes you proud
Yeah.
at sometimes.
Awesome, ma'am. Awesome. So I think so right now, ma'am, what is your future vision for Saga Academy? What do you feel where Saga Academy will go from here?
I think I just don't want to stop because it's not very difficult. when
Mm.
you have a mentor like Shobit and Jarna.
Okay.
I just
Thank you.
can't take I just can't thank them enough because there it is like a family. Whenever I have a problem, I have somebody to whom I can say, I
Mm.
can burst out saying that this is my biggest problem in my business. There is one person who will be equally concerned for your business. That's
Mm.
not possible on the earth. It's an exceptional quality that I have found in my mentors.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, ma'am, so after joining Avengers, I know that there are a lot of things that on background we are doing. But I want to know your personal transformation also. Like Saga Academy is getting a lot of benefit, of course, but personally, how you have transformed yourself? Because I remember you used to feel stressed out. You used to feel Shobit nahi ho pa raha hai mujhse. But now, how do you feel after after months of Avengers journey?
So whenever I come for the meetings, my head is all burdened, stressed out. I don't know how many things I'm doing and how many ways I'm going. After each discussion with you, I have found clearer ways. I have found that all my boja was taken away. So that was more mental stress than the physical stress. Now I'm physically more engaged, but mentally I'm much relaxed into my business.
Awesome, ma'am. Awesome. I'm glad that Saga Academy is part of Avengers. Deepa Agarwal is part of Avengers, and we are, and we'll definitely go on the Karor journey together. Okay,
Yes, definitely.
that journey. I want you to be with this journey on with me.
Definitely, Shobit. Thank you so much. I'm really thankful from the bottom of my heart to the God, more than you.
Thank you, ma'am. I remember on the summit day you sent a message to me, personal message about something, and that was. I think I have got a lot of compliments for my training, ma'am. A lot of things, but that message will always be personal to me. I can't tell people what was that. It's a very personal thing, but I think it's basically over the months we had a family bonding. We are in a
Yeah.
family now. It's not like okay, the client relation is there, or it's a family that we are developing. Even all the Avengers, I feel that okay, we are all coming together as a family. Whenever someone needs anyone, it's always everyone is available for everyone, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And we are so much connected that we just on the face cannot say no, even to the people who are in our Avengers group or Transformers group. If somebody suddenly comes and knocks my door, I'll be equally responsible. That sense of responsibility has come top to bottom. 360 degrees things are happening.
Also when you help others, you actually you actually feel good about yourself. You
Yeah.
actually, because even for me also, when I do a lot of training for my mentors, right, my mentor, I do free services. And so I remember I made you the team lead for the for the 3-month challenge that we had, and you gladly accepted. You were taking sessions also. How was that feeling as a leader, that okay, you are able to help people? How was that feeling?
That was really good. I was feeling that people are looking up to me and they think that I am exceptional. Because of that, I used to train myself better.
Mm.
Before day, I wanted to prepare myself so that I can be in a position to help them. So that was an awesome feeling. I didn't feel any pain for that.
Great, ma'am. So this is for everyone. If you want to start getting better results, start giving better results. So take accountability calls, take help people, because when you help other people, you will be able to get better results. This is the proven method, scientific method. So, ma'am, I think last two questions I have. Number one is, there are a lot of parents who might be watching this. Your own community, Saga
Right.
community will be
Yeah.
watching. What is one big message you want to send to every parent who's part of Saga Academy or not part of Saga Academy for their child? What is the big message you want to send them?
I just want to say this, and this is very, very personal, and this is very, very, close to my heart.
Mm,
Accept your child as the child is.
mm,
Support and nurture the child. Give them the right opportunity and support them. Don't thrust upon them. Don't put the pressure on the child. And in the intermediate age or in the 10th grade, go and tell the child, you have to get this cleared. That is not possible. Have you given that nurturing? The mangoes will come only when it was taken care from the right age. So I think if you can just see, there are 4 stages in the life of the child. In all those 4 stages, when do they require your guidance? When they want you as a friend,
mm,
when they want the right support and the right coaches from you. At
mm.
that point, you just have to stay away and let them go to the right coach. I
Yeah,
cannot do everything for my child. That people have to realize, because I've seen that most of the parents say, I know everything I can do, but are you doing it?
yeah,
Are you able to really do it? So just realize that fact.
yeah. I want to add something here that I've been associated with a lot of schools, colleges. I've worked in 7, 8 years. I've worked in education industry. One thing I can tell to every parent is, unfortunately, schools are not ready to make your child future ready. I can write this on a stamp paper. Even the best schools, best brands in the country, I will not name any, but they are not future ready right now. They are still,
Listen.
because they are part of the system. They are following CBSE. They are following a curriculum. They are following a ministry. So they are not able to innovate. They are not able to teach the futuristic skills. So you need academies like Saga Academy to make your children future ready. You need
Yeah.
emotional intelligence. You need individuality in the world of AI, Chat GPT. Students will be handicapped in 5 years if we don't work on them. I see 2 year, 3 year old kids are addicted to mobiles because of all the things that they are subjected to. So I genuinely urge parents to start investing in academies like Saka Academy. Get a in fact the link will be there. I think you can connect with Deepa ma'am. You can join the free community and see if this academy can help you, because don't rely on schools and colleges. This is one big message I want to give to all the parents, right? So ma'am,
Definitely, yes.
so last question ma'am, there are a lot of people who might be thinking about joining Transformers or Avengers. What is the one message that you want to give those people who are not able to make the decision?
I think you're simply wasting time thinking about the decision. What will you lose? Maximum 1 lakh rupees? Have you not spent so much of money on many unnecessary things? Just by going to a movie, go to a shopping mall and 50,000 are out. This
Hmm.
is like a journey for 3 years. You're handheld. You're told at every step what you should do, what you should not do, where you should not waste your time. So I think overthinking sometimes results to constipation.
Yeah, that's a good thought, ma'am. Yeah. So, ma'am, lastly, you have any question for me that you want to ask me?
I just want to know, Shobit, that how come you can keep that much of energy at all sessions at all times?
So, ma'am, actually, I'll give you a very simple answer, ma'am. Mission before your life. Like, my mission is to help people. My mission is to, you know, bring people back from that corporate slavery, or, all this system that people are subjected to. And I think future is about consultants. So, yeah. So I want to make everyone a professional consultant. People believe doctors, lawyers, CA, they are the वो engineer बनना है, doctor बनना है. वो बचपन में you deal with parents, right? So you know how their thinking is. So I want to prove everyone wrong that okay, no, future is about being specialized. So that vision keeps me going, ma'am. That's the only thing I think. Yeah.
Correct. I just want to add this one example. People were comparing Saga Academy with many of the brands that are existing right now.
Mm.
I just asked them, do you want to connect to a family doctor who is near you,
Mm.
whom you can go and talk to, or you'll go to a multi-specialty hospital and find a family doctor?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we are doing, and that's how your consultancy business is also different, Shobit.
Yeah.
I would want a family doctor who can actually understand my trouble and
Yeah.
can get in my budget.
Yes, I think this is something which future generations will have to subject to. Brands are not important anymore. People don't care about brands. Like I follow movies a lot. So you see big brands movies are also not working because content is not good. So
Yeah,
same for education also. If the content is not good, if the teacher is not available, because I remember as you said you work with the biggest brands in the country. Their
yeah,
systems are good. They are everything, but the problem is they are not available to you. So you
correct.
need to go to people who are available to you. So I'm sure you are available to parents at a message or a call. That's
Yes,
what we need these days, because information is available on chat gpt, AI, everywhere. It's about that personal connection that you can build with your audience. That's what.
correct,
So any academy, any institute which is growing, they want to become a big brand, they will help you the best way. So I think that's what parents needs to understand and clients need to understand. Yeah.
correct.
Great, ma'am. So that was a great conversation with you. Thank you so much for joining. Any last thoughts before we wind up, ma'am?
Nothing, Shobit. I just want to say that
Hmm.
अगर सिर्फ पैसा ही जा रहा है तो इतना सोचने की जरूरत ही नहीं है। और क्या जा रहा है आपका, अगर आप ये नहीं ले रहे हो, अगर कोचिंग नहीं ले रहे हो शोभित के साथ, तो
Hmm.
आपका और क्या क्या जा सकता है, सोचिए उसके बारे में।
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, it's not, I don't want to be gender specific, but I'm seeing a lot of females having like Avengers. I'm very blessed that most of the females are there in Avengers, right? We have a big female group, but still I see a lot of females because I took a one-to-one, and this Women's Day, I'm doing a big boot camp. Females are the one who hesitate the most to take decisions. What do you have to say as a female? because I know you're a superwoman, you have done amazing things in your life, ma'am. What is the message you have for those females who want to, take their life ahead?
I would say that don't give the judgmental stick to everybody.
Yeah.
Take the decision by yourself. If you think what you're doing is going to help you more
Hmm.
than you to the society, just go and do it.
Awesome. Awesome. I think every problem has one solution. Be independent, right?
या बी इंडिपेंडेंट. हम लोग की क्या प्रॉब्लम है और विमेन की कि हम लोग हर एक जन से जजमेंट पूछते हैं कि
Uh,
वेयर डू यू रेट मी, व्हाई डू दे नीड टू रेट यू एट ऑल.
validation.
या वैलिडेशन चाहिए हमको.
Yeah. No, you don't. The only validation you need is from the mirror. If
या
that, if you look at the mirror and you feel confident about yourself, then you don't need any validation.
या
Deepa ma'am, thank you so much for being part of this amazing journey. Thank you so much for attending this, interview. And I'm so blessed to have you in the community, and I can't wait you to achieve 1 crore goal as soon as possible.
या
Okay.
श्योर. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much, ma'am.